Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Now showtime, are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
You're not allowed to be moderating while you need to be helping with office hours. Parker, you're in charge. You can handle all the moderating. Good afternoon / morning, Paul. How are you?
Good. Not too bad. Interesting day.
Yeah. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
No, never.
Most of it is always my fault for thinking that I can pull off all of the things in one day. But you know what? I'm doing it. So here we are. Here we are for another
Never know
office
till you
hours.
try.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. We have DJ Right on Beat, whose amazing track heads up our show and many of the Ecamm fam shows. Thank you so much for making the music so much fun. It's way more fun with fun music. So how's everything going in the world of Paul other than busy?
Good. Busy. It's just one thing after another.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to have been busy this month, but I don't feel like I've gotten everything done that I need to get done. So I'm spending the last week of the month racing and playing catch up.
That's highly relatable. Caleb and I spent yesterday talking with Kat about how we can reorganize our ClickUp and file organization. So the Ecamm fam will be impressed and amazed by how organized we will all be, hopefully by the end of this summer. But we are here, Ecamm fam, to answer all of your questions. Paul and I answer most of the questions related to like, where do I find things? What the heck is a Discord? What's going on? I'm brand new and I would like to learn more about Ecamm. So any of those kinds of questions, throw a Q colon in front of them or just drop them in. We're keeping tabs on things. And otherwise, we'll just talk through what's been happening lately. If you ask for like really technical questions, likely I will just stare with my eyes glazed over and be like, Paul, Doc, Colin, because I'm not great at that stuff. I'm learning. We're learning by doing. But oh, look at that. Roy's got a question. Roy wants to bring an iPhone call live into Ecamm during a live stream. This is a really great question. I think, and Paul can correct me, I think the only way to do that right now would be to use the Rodecaster Pro or to connect to like an additional app. There's a couple of them out there that are like that allow for like a call-in show to give you a number. Is there a different way to do that you can think of? Paul's nodding. All right.
Yeah, the iPhone, hooking the iPhone up to the Doc's in here, so he's going to be answering questions.
Doc is technically
you can connect your iPhone to the Rodecaster Pro. Some people do it with Bluetooth or something, but you can directly connect the iPhone and bring them in that way. There's also applications like Katie said where it can be a call-in thing.
Yeah.
It's Doc. as Doc said, it works, but don't do it. It's not seamless.
Yeah.
It may trick you into thinking it's all great and wonderful and then not work.
Yeah, that's how it always seems to go, right? I mean, you could do it just with either with Ecamm Interview, for example, and just put a picture over top of the video feed if someone wants to. You could just put a picture of like call-in time, and so there's like a logo or something in front if you don't want to have people's faces and things, and that would just allow them to call in with their phone but using the internet. I love it. Yeah, guys, hopefully that answers your question, Roy. Sorry for being flippant with your question. I'm sure that there's an awesome reason why you want to do that, but it might make it a little bit tricky.
I think, Doc's asking some clarification questions.
Yeah. Well, while Doc is doing that, I figured we would go over here. Hopefully this will work okay. We've been having lots of questions about Discord. So for everyone that thinks that I know more about Discord than them, I don't. But I'm happy to go through what the Ecamm Discord looks like and some of the basic functionality for everyone watching, just so that we all get more used to it. Because I do think there are a ton of benefits to Discord. So this is what the Ecamm Discord looks like. If you're like, what the heck is that? You need to go to ecamm.tv/Discord, and that will drop you in here. It's really nice because it allows you to send direct messages back and forth to each other without having to like show all of your personal Facebook stuff, which is, I think, a benefit. And then it has everything just really nicely split up into all of these different spaces that allow you to basically only interact with things that you want to interact with. I have all of them because I like to be the most. And everything you see here on the left-hand side, these are all the different various Discord communities that I'm part of. But yeah, panic at the Discord. Panic at the Discord, yeah. But what's really important and what Paul wants me to tell all of you is that this area here at the very top that says start here, this is where I think a lot of people get confused and screwed up when they first are jumping into our Ecamm server, I guess is the best way. So we have this section that says like, why can't I see anything? That's because you literally have to go into the rules section, right? So here into the rules section, you've got to click this check mark down here at the bottom. Like you actually physically need to click it or press it if you're on a phone, but click this check mark. This happy face is great. That doesn't help you accept the rules. All of these amazing icons, like that's all fantastic. We can do all of this all day long. Have at it. It doesn't actually give you access to anything. So what you need to click is this. 726 people understood what they needed to do and are all the way through. So you need to do that. And then once you've done that,
100 people that haven't.
100 people that haven't. And Paul will remove all of you that haven't. So you need to come here and click so that you can play with us. And then over here in the roles section, again, we're clicking or pressing on emoji. So if you want to be part of the beta bunch, you press the beta fish. Get it? It's a beta fish. All right. And then if you want to be part of the affiliate, you press the bag of money, because we all want to do that, right? If you want to be part of the producers, you want to produce shows and learn more about people who produce, click this one. Click the microphone to be a podcaster. Click this one to be a presenter. Click this one if you're a streamer. Click all of them if you're just all that awesome. And then you'll unlock all of these different sections, right? So you will automatically, if you accept the rules, you'll see this announcements area, right? So if you come over here, you can see we're live right now, reminders over here, right? Resources, you can see different tutorial videos. Here's all the people that are just like rocking it here. And then this is the family room area. This is where we can just chat, right? Wish each other happy birthday, talk about what's upcoming. There's a how-to section. All of our perks are in here. No password needed because we all a family in here. Feedback. And then these at the very bottom of each one of these sections, there's this little, you can see if you hover over it, it's a voice channel, right? So this is a space where you can actually just like hang out, get together. This is called the rec room. You can turn your camera on, your microphone on. You can do watch parties together. It's just a great space to be able to hang out. Everyone welcome in here, right? And then same thing here, craft room. These are crafts, not like crafts that you do, like knitting and crocheting and such. These are like the different crafts that we have, right? So streaming and producing and podcasting. And again, an audio and video channel for you guys to hang out in. Similar with gear talk, there's gear for sale, right? So all these different spaces. And then this is just like anything else, right? So you're like, hey, everyone, and then you can add, fun little like sup, right? So people are going to be like, what the heck? But here, yeah, right. So it's literally that easy. It really is. And there's do not fear about screwing things up or breaking things or causing issues in here. We'll let you know. We have a whole team helping out with all of it. So see, like if I regretted this decision, I could just come over here and delete the message out, right? So yeah, gone, right? So this is a safe space. We want you to use this space. We want you to get to know everyone else here. As we have events upcoming, you'll see the Creator Camp one is here. This is a private one that only has people who are coming to camp in here. So, right? FOMO. And then there's other ones that are, more public. So like the Ecamm Challenge, for example, was open to absolutely everyone. So, this is a space to be able to share and talk about what was happening for the challenge. But that is Discord in a nutshell. I wish it was more complicated so we could talk longer, but it really is that simple to be able to get up and running.
And with the roles, I mean, if you decide you don't want to be a part of the podcast group or anything, you just go back to the roles and you unclick that one.
Yeah.
And it goes away. And then if you decide, I miss everything, I want to come back in, and you click it again.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to, again, at the bottom, you're going to see all those different emojis. The only ones that do anything are the ones that match the emojis next to, like the fish, the money bag, the clicker, all those.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 other groups that you earn. The more you interact, those groups will open up: the gold, the silver, and the bronze group.
Oh yeah, that's a really good reminder, right? So the more you participate, the better you do. And also, this is high. Oh no, I can reach it. Hang on, I'm gonna slide back. Right? Like we are giving away awesome gold mugs, right? To everyone who participates. It also comes with gold coffee, right? So yeah, the more that you get involved and get to know everyone else and help people out and be part of the Ecamm fam, like an active part of the Ecamm fam, we are trying to make it so that everyone feels as though they can get help and learn from each other and be able to ask questions and maybe even collaborate and work on projects together. I know Ivan, for example, is looking right now for a producer and a streamer in the Wisconsin or Chicago area. So if you're in Wisconsin or Chicago and you want to do a project, like these are the kinds of things we want to help to facilitate in that space. So
yep.
Please use it. I mean, that's not to say if you are much more of a Facebook person, that's okay. I just think it's a lot easier to be able to actually get to know people over in this space than it is on Facebook. And again, like if you come up here to the top, hopefully I haven't been talking badly about any of you. No, just kidding. Over here, you can talk individually to people, right? So you can add friends. You can send them messages back and forth. So if you want to reach me, you can come over into the direct messages and send me a direct message. I'm happy to answer anything there. It's much easier for me to see these and respond to them than when you send a direct message to me on Facebook, which gets like put in a different section of Messenger if we're not friends. And then it's just harder for us all to kind of keep tabs on that and to be able to separate out, personal life and professional life. Sometimes we don't want to blur those lines. So, yeah. So
can you go back to the Discord group again?
Yeah, here we are.
Up in you can't quite see it, but up in the upper right-hand corner of, where the list is, you're going to see like a series of faces, or a face. Yeah, right up there. Where'd you go? Yeah,
oh, is it because I may have turned it off? Like here, the member list?
So, yep.
Oh,
so if you click that, it's going to open, it will expand a window, and you're going to see all the people that are online and all that stuff. If you notice at the top, you'll see staff members. You're also going to see who the moderators are. So if you're in Discord and you have problems, just reach out to one of us and we'll be happy to answer some questions. And you can right click on one of those people and it will give you an option to do a DM to them or something of that, so you can reach out to them.
Let's see them here. Oh yeah, see. So here's Rob. Rob's fantastic. Everyone should know Rob. So yeah, you can see and it's nice because you can see like a little bit about him. You can see where his YouTube channel is. You can see kind of like all the different things he's involved in. See, he's coming to Creator Camp. He's a streamer. He's an expert. He's an OG, right? So and here at the bottom, it's a little bit hard to see, but you can. me slide this up here. You can send a message to him as well. Same thing with Ian, right? So here's like all information about Ian. And you can just send a direct message over just to be able to talk directly with him. So yeah, so
And
I mean,
other
we are
thing that's
available
with-
here.
Yeah. The other thing that's neat with that too is if you do start talking, you meet somebody new and you start talking to them and they had some idea, you can put little notes in that little pop-up window.
Yeah.
So when, if they contact you or something like that, you can go, oh yeah, we talked about such and such. So
Yeah,
lots of fun stuff,
absolutely.
but play with it. You can't break it. The whole thing, you don't have enough control to be able to blow it up. So, if you do something wrong or something like that, we'll guide you, we'll help you. If you have questions, ask us. It's a lot better than Facebook in that everything is organized. It looks kind of crazy when you first go in, but there's logic to it, and it groups things. So if you ever want to go back and find something, it's easy because everything's in categories, and then you can do searches.
Yeah, and we want to be able to do more with it. So, for example, we have the Apple event coming up on June 5th. We'd love to have a watch party here in our Discord server. So, that gives an opportunity for us to all kind of like, pop into the Rec Room space and be able to have that playing kind of on the main stage and be able to sit and chat with each other about all the cool, exciting new things that Apple is releasing. So I think there's like just cool opportunities for us to be able to collaborate and learn together and get to know each other better by having a lot of this different functionality. So again, it's a little bit more complicated for us to have, unless we set up like a big Zoom room or something like that within Facebook. Like this has all of that functionality built right in. So you can feel comfortable to always, go in if you're working away, turn on your camera, turn on your microphone, hang out. You're not bothering anyone if you're in any of those spaces. You can definitely, practice and play around and test. And play. Yeah, I think it's a great place.
Yeah, those meetup groups are really great if you're working on a problem or something and you have somebody you want to, show something or work something out. You can pop in those rooms, and a lot of people will just go into the room and they'll be working on stuff. It's kind of like study hall. Everybody's in there. You can see everybody. Nobody's really talking. You might have music playing or something like that, but it's a space where you can work together. And if you have a problem or something, you can ask a question. But it's kind of a nice working environment. Plus, if you really want to go crazy, there's games in there too.
There are games in here. There's like GIFs. You could just get it also like it remembers all of our birthdays. So it reminds I love being able to kind of get reminders and stuff. I think it's just a really fun space. And again, it's a closed space in that it is only Ecamm fam who are in here. There's no one else kind of able to jump in and not that we have that problem necessarily on Facebook, but it is nice to know that it's kind of like a safe and secure space to be able to be vulnerable and ask questions and learn more about each other. So yeah, I think it's great. All right, I'm just scrolling through here to see if there's any questions. I see the whole gang is on. I love it. We have Victor and Hank and Maggie and Obs and Felicia. Everyone is hanging out. Have you all gotten your tickets to Creator Camp yet? I can answer questions about Creator Camp as well, or we can answer questions about anything in between. We've been planning, so on the Ecamm side for behind the scenes for everyone, we are off next week, 2 weeks, I guess. We're off, we leave on the 7th or 8th of June. We're heading out to Anaheim, California for Pat Flynn's card party event. So we're building out an entire Ecamm live streaming and video studio on site at Pat Flynn's Pokemon event. So let's get ready for some shenanigans. We'll have some live streams with some amazing Pokemon YouTubers and content creators, and we'll be talking about all kinds of ways that you can use video to bring your passions to life, which will be super fun. We have a new season of Demo Mode Pros coming up in June, which will be great. And then we have two workshops. Then we're probably going to take a bit of a hiatus from workshops as we kind of dive into those summer months and spend some time, making all those important organizational updates and hopefully spending a little time away from our desks as well. But we do have the Zoom workshop with Luria Petrucci, and we have the keynote workshop with Bradley Vinson, both coming up as well. So if you are in it for design or for Zoom improvements, Luria is going to do it. Both of them are going to do an incredible job. So I'm excited about those ones.
It'll be fun.
Dragon, how is it possible that you're scared of Discord? No, it's going to be great. You are the most organized, wonderful person that I have. Both Paul and I were like, we want to co-work with you. Will you go into Discord and show us how you do what you do? I would love to just like work my way through, copy all of your amazing ideas. I love it. And Victor says he's on the list for Creator Camp. I know Obs is on the list. She's coming to give you a hug, Paul. Paul's on the list. I'm
looking forward to this.
Yeah,
it could be fun.
It's been a lot of fun. We are adding all kinds of fun things in on a day-to-day basis, so it's going to be a blast. We have secured, so we're doing activities on the Thursday night of Creator Camp. So we have one group, and these are like, you choose what you want to do, but one group who are going into Salem, Massachusetts for a spooky ghost walk all around Salem, which is a lot of fun. I lived in Salem for a couple of years, and it was just a blast being able to do all the kind of like weird and wonderful things in Salem in October.
And
is an experience.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's a total experience. Halloween. Yeah. So that will be fun for those who are into that. If like spooky Salem is not your thing, we're also doing a wine and chocolate pairing at our little downtown Cheers-like bar, which is right across the street from the studio space here. And they do a really amazing job with like just the most incredible homemade chocolates and truffles and all. It's just ridiculous. I'm part of their wine club, and every month is an adventure with a different chocolate and wine pairing. So I know that's going to be an amazing experience. And then for our third one, we still haven't finalized it yet. So hey, if you're coming, maybe you can give us some ideas. We have bowling and axe throwing, which might be a fun option. I was considering like a brewery tour, but that was like, maybe wine and maybe there's like too many alcohol options. So you'll have to let me know what the third option should be, because there's lots of choices around here. But
Doc, you can't use me as a target.
Okay, we're only going to go axe throwing if Paul gets to choose what activity he wants to do, and if he's doing axe throwing, then Doc's not allowed to do axe throwing. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yeah, what else can I tell you about Creator Camp? So yeah, we have 5 different workshops. So we are finalizing all of the content for those now, but we will be covering virtually every aspect of all of this. So we're going to do studio builds and an audio workshop here in this space. So you'll get to kind of see the transformation of this space over the next few months. Is going to be epic. So I'm really excited about that. We're doing a whole graphic design and like show planning, branding workshop with Marshall and Anna and Fulgens. Anna's going to be on site to take everyone's headshots. So everyone who's like, I don't have a media kit, we're going to make you a media kit during Creator Camp. Which is going to be a great opportunity. Adrian and Ken and Glenn are doing a whole like Ecamm Live Academy. They're going to cover all aspects of Ecamm Live with a whole feature, all of your features live in person, directly in front of the guys. We're doing a production one, remote and in person, like on location production with Jill and Stephanie, which is going to be amazing. And then the last one is with Daniel and Alec, are going to cover all things presentation, Zoom, everything that you need to know about, like, I don't really live stream, but I want to level up all my calls. So yeah, that'll be all the stuff that we are doing for workshops. And then my final teaser is that we've been wanting for forever to do just like a really fun, over the top, ridiculous party. So we're doing a big kickoff party at like a really cool estate mansion. We have the whole space rented out inside and out. I'm sure there are ghosts on premises, so if you're in ghost mode, there will be opportunities to wander around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, New England in the fall is both spooky and wonderful. Lots of leaf peeping opportunities, but it should be a lot of fun. And we have transportation throughout, so for anyone that wants to join us,
and lots of surprises that you won't know till you get there.
Exactly. Working on some s'mores for the s'more people. We always have we'll have an open bar for that event. So if you are a person that likes to try out some fun cocktails and drinks, we'll have that available, and transportation so that you don't need to worry about where you're going or how to get back to your hotel. Safety first for everyone.
You're just responsible for getting from transportation into your hotel room.
Yeah, exactly. You're on your own once you're at the hotel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what else do we have upcoming? I think those are the major things We are going to be, so we are a sponsor for the She Podcasts event, which was happening in Washington, D.C., but now it's going to be virtual. So we're excited about that. That comes up in mid-June. And then they are going to be on site at PodFest in January. So if you're going to PodFest, that would be good to check us out. We're considering heading out that way in January. So, Brian
you
says,
and Jill going to come back?
Are Jill and I going to do what?
Are you going to bring up your show again? Start your show again?
Oh yeah, Jill and I have been talking about that for a bit. Yeah, we should bring back. Well, we're about to do a whole bunch of studio updates, so it would be a good time to to bring that back up again and be able to talk through some of that. Brian was saying that Safari doesn't work well with Discord. Yeah, it's funny. I'm Team Mac, obviously, but I just like Google Chrome better as a browser. Safari is like awesome in lots of ways and certainly is like a lot safer from a security standpoint, but it makes it a little bit difficult to work with, certainly virtual cameras and all kinds of other stuff. So good call out. Yes, odds there will be definitely places to go for non-drinkers. What do you want to do? So the Ghost Walk you don't have to drink for, obviously. And bowling. Does bowling or axe throwing appeal to you? I'm trying to find like a fun other kind of more, I don't know, silly activity.
Yeah, I can lead the non-drinker party. I'm always the designated driver when driving is involved, so I'll be willing to lead the path.
Paul and Obbs can pick a fun. Yeah, we'll have to do. Yeah, what for a third activity? We need something that is like not. I don't know. There's a bunch of like rail trails and cool, like maybe there's a cool walking tour or something like that, or I don't know, a cool food thing. We'll probably do dinner before activity, so we'll have to think that part through. I hear you.
Hay ride.
Not drinking happens to me too. Yeah. Actually, that's a really good point. So we do. Amesbury is actually renowned for our farms. So Cider Hill Farm is one of the top-rated farms in America, especially for apple picking. So we could do something, but it would be the evening though is the downfall. But they might be up for that. Lots of cider donuts. So bring elastic pants to this event because we're gonna learn how to stream and make video while eating and drinking a lot of awesome, delicious things. Horseback. Ooh, horseback riding might be a little dicey. I don't want to get anyone injured. Real friends don't let friends use browser-based Discord. Yeah, Discord is better when installed as either a desktop or a mobile app. But to each his own. It is available as a browser-based option, but it's probably not the best as far as things go. What else can we show you? So I think most of you know. Let me see if I can open up most of you at this point know where to find everything, but we can go through some of this stuff again. That's usually my MO for this time together. Let me throw this up over here. So I did just
dying questions out there.
Yeah, definitely throw over any questions. Doc is there to answer all of them. I would worth noting. Here, let me swing over to my share screen. Worth noting that we have a merch promo happening right now. So if you are wanting to update your merch, I've been rocking my Ecamm sunglasses. So if you don't have Ecamm sunglasses, we're about to enter the summer months, but anything that you order that's over $40 in the next week, you will get a free tote bag. So that's fun. Then you can throw all your stuff in and bring it to camp. There is new merch.
Getting ready for June.
Yeah, so we're there. So we have a new trans shirt. We have a pride shirt. We have the bag if you just want to buy the bag by itself. We have the Leap. We still have the Leap shirt available, although that will be coming down from here soon. Let me just swing over a bit. We have a Flow Rider shirt, which is, I think, one of my favorites. It's a little bit different than normal, which I like. It has that kind of like pocket design. There's a wicking short sleeve hoodie, I'm obsessed with the E&N coffee bundle. And then I don't know how many, I put this one back. We've had this one for a while, but I don't know how many people actually have noticed or seen this. This travel organizer is awesome. We've given it away at a couple different events that we've done, but it just look, the ability to put all your stuff neatly and evenly into a bag is absolutely fantastic. So definitely worthwhile to check out. But yeah, lots of things. And as always, if you have a great idea, let us know. We're happy to try things as well. These are all the different shirts we have. There's lots of stuff on the site. You're on Mute mug is still my favorite. If anyone thinks of another genius idea, You're on Mute is done a lot. We have our pillow, and then these are our bags at the bottom here. But yeah, anything you order that's over 40, we'll get you that tote bag for free. And we do have I brought back the tank tops because we're entering summer months here in New England. I'm sure people in Australia are like, well, it is winter here, so we don't need it. But for us, it is good.
The t-shirts
time.
are great quality too. I mean, I have a few and they've been washed many times, and they don't bleed. They stay. The only problem I've ever had is somebody decided that my dryer needed to be turned to high instead of permanent press. And so a few of my t-shirts are designed now for a thinner body than what I have.
I've had that problem as well. I have some that I'm a bit small now. Neil wants to know if there's a chance to buy merch at Creator Camp. We definitely can. We can have some on hand for you. We can just have some ready for you. We have special Creator Camp t-shirts, and we have a whole welcome kit that's going to have some exclusive awesome stuff in it ready for you. But if there's anything, Neil, that you want specifically from the merch site, I'm happy to have it on hand and ready for you. You'll have to make sure you bring a bigger bag to bring everything back. Where are you coming in from,
Place
Neil?
an order to be delivered to.
We'll give you the office address.
Place an order to be delivered at Creator Camp.
Exactly. Tommy, what is an old white guy shirt? I would love to know. I'd be happy to add it. I don't know if we have any old white guy shirts, but maybe. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's too funny. I just moved in November down the street, but it took me from Massachusetts into New Hampshire. So now it's much cheaper for everything to be shipped to no tax. And we just got, Doc will be excited, but we just got our new Office Streamer X. So I'm really excited. I haven't even unboxed it yet. I've had it on display in the background while I've been working away. Portugal. Neil's coming in from Portugal. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It's the best time to be in Massachusetts. So it should be, and / New Hampshire, since we're literally right on the border. You can see 2 states for the price of 1. It'll be good times. All right, and what else to show you? As always, we just popped Tommy's comment back up. I'm trying to go over here. Here we go. You can see my to-do notes there. So this is all the support articles. So if you are wanting to learn more about how to use Ecamm, this is the best way to literally search for articles or scroll through what we have here in this collection. There's also, if you swing over to videos.ecamm.com, so it's all .ecamm.com, right? Merch.ecamm.com, support.ecamm.com, videos.ecamm.com, and learn.ecamm.com takes you to the full manual. Someone the other day had asked about that. I think it was for Jeff Greenberg. We were talking about where the full manual is. It's here. And Paul helps proofread the whole thing, so we know it's accurate. Paul is all about accuracy.
It explains every little button thing in Ecamm.
Yep.
You can find, it's if you see something in preferences or something that's what is that? You can go over here and find it, and everything's explained. And the neat thing also, she was talking about the video hub, it's searchable. So the transcripts, everything are searchable. So if you're you have a problem or a question about camera switcher, you just type in camera switcher and it's going to pull up all the videos that talk about camera switcher.
Yep. My favorite is that Glenn does all the screenshots through here, so you can see the many faces of Glenn as you work your way through all of these. always the best, the best experience. It looks like he's added in some Marshall ones as well, but yeah, lots of different options all the way through. You can see all of Glenn's weird, fun accounts. Never a dull moment over here, but yeah, this really is like the all-encompassing how to work through absolutely every aspect of it, and you can flow through it so that you can see what the previous article is and then the following article. But it makes it really, really easy. And I guess I would be remiss if I didn't show you how to get help if you need it. So on any of our websites, so this one again is learn.ecamm.com. If you scroll down to the bottom, let me just make this smaller so you can see it here. All right, so down here, see this little orange icon? That is how to get help. You just click it, and then you can see that I'm on, Midori's on, Glenn's on. There's probably more people, but this is representative of our team. It shows you some of the articles. It tells how long it takes for us to get back. This is not like a live chat, like you type something and then there's like, it goes to a, over to overseas somewhere and there's someone immediately responding. This goes into a ticketing system and then you get triaged into the correct person to get an answer from, and you'll get an answer typically back within an hour. So usually it's faster than that, but here and there depending. And you can also see too, like whether or not there's a widespread issue. So if Facebook goes down or like one of those other tools, this is also the best way to kind of get an immediate status update. If there's something weird that's happening, it's just a great way to be able to see that. And you can type a question and then just close out of the hearing and go do something else and come back in. So like it's not, you don't have to be sitting here just waiting back and forth throughout the entire time. So two states for the price of one. Yeah. So Doc is right. From here, you can actually go to Massachusetts, Maine, and New Hampshire, all pretty easily. So Maine's actually only about 15 minutes away. Yes, learn.ecamm.com. There is no DocBot for the support chat. You would all be like, everyone with feelings would just be sad if there was a DocBot. They would be like, you want the sweetness and the kindness of our support team helping you along the way.
Actually, Doc's not part of support. Doc's part of marketing.
Yeah, Doc is on the marketing team. Doc tells it as it is so that you don't overspend. Yeah. But yeah, the support team is made up of Midori and Meg and Tyler and Mike. And then obviously Ken and Glenn are there as well to answer questions that get escalated up to them. So you guys are just having way too much fun, but not a lot of questions today. Makes it easy. What else are we missing, Paul? What else can we talk about?
They're trying to think what else there was. Oh, you talked about another show coming up. It was like season 2.
Oh, Demo Mode Pros. It's actually season 3. I may have said 2 because I keep confusing it. But yeah, the new season of Demo Mode Pros with Alicio hosts that one. And that's just a really fun, it's similar to Doc's Feature Friday series. So if you wanted to kind of see how some of the Ecamm fam experts and influencers are using various features within Ecamm, we find some of our favorite people and we ask them what their favorite features are. And then we have them go into demo mode to show you how to use a specific feature or how they use a specific feature. So yeah, another crop of incredible people will be out in front of you. These are recorded videos. They're intentionally really brief. So that it's meant to just give you like a high level of how to use those features so that you can kind of watch through and hopefully learn from it. But the past 2 seasons are available now on YouTube, and the new season will be here in about mid-June timeframe. But yeah, and this is the community. So if you have questions, it's been awesome seeing everyone has been sharing a lot more of their examples of cool things that they're doing or like walkthroughs of their studios. So even if you don't have a question, whether it's here or it's on Discord, we love to be able to see everything that people are up to.
Yep.
And then yeah, I think.
Yeah, just keep in mind, if you're having a technical problem with the software, that's not, Facebook and Discord is not the best place to put that. It might get seen by the appropriate people. You're better off opening a ticket. Yeah. Even if you have a technical issue, you can open a ticket and then you can post it into the group and say, is anybody else experiencing this? But it's important to get issues over to the tech support team so they are made aware that there is possibly a problem and they can look at it further, because if you don't tell them, they're not going to know.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. And there, it's, if you are going to be posting, a question that you have into the community, it's also really good practice just for all of us to get into, to give as many details as possible. Like, you can't over detail a question in the group. So it's like, it's real great to know, a little bit about what your setup is, what you're trying to accomplish, what is actually happening, because one of the first questions that we always get back, and this is something I even learned over the past couple of years of just asking questions directly at Ken or Glenn. It's, like, I'll be like, oh, I was doing a live stream and, my audio went really crazy. And Glenn will be like, what does crazy mean? And then I'll explain a little bit more. And then I'll be like, and I tried all these different things. And, he'll be like, well, what happens instead? Like, what happens when you try those others? So it is really difficult to troubleshoot without that information. And I know that when we're in the heat of the moment and something goes wrong, that our immediate reaction is to be like, help, something is going wrong. I need a question, I need answers and help as quickly as possible. But the more that we can get, the more details that we can get, and the more information, the more that the group will be able to help, and the more that our team will be able to help. And if it's happening to you, it might be happening to someone else. So it is really important to be able to have that additional information for sure.
Making a post that says Ecamm doesn't work makes it kind of hard for us to help you.
Yeah, Victor says, your support ticket should never look like I'm having an issue. We're sorry you're having an issue. It should say, hi, I'm having an issue. I'm on a MacBook, blah, 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 blah. My specs are blah, blah, blah. I was doing a stream and this, this happened and that happened, and as many details as possible. Otherwise, you will actually slow down the process, because what will happen is whoever's in charge of triaging that ticket will come in and say, their immediate response will be, I don't have enough information to be able to know who to give this ticket to. So they're going to ask a bunch of follow-up questions. They will make you give that information regardless, whether that's in the community or that's coming into our support system. So excellent question, Neil. Hang on, let me pull up my calendar so that I have the correct information. The Zoom workshop was rescheduled. Thank you so much for your patience. It is June 12th through June 14th. And you can register by going to ecamm.tv/Zoom workshop. So ecamm.tv/Zoom workshop. Everything's been updated there. It's rescheduled June 12, June 13, and June 14. So Luria is running that. And on the 14th, I believe, she's also joined by Michael Hyatt, who is like a marketing god. Sorry for religious friends, but he has been at it for a very long time and is like an incredibly highly respected, just amazing professional. He is really, really good at this stuff. So the chance to have him on our channel is just, obviously incredible for us, incredible for all of you. So I hope that you will watch, whether it's live or you're catching the replay. And if you register, so if you go again to that ecamm.tv/Zoom workshop, the reason why we ask you to register is so that we can send you additional resources. So each one of the trainers that we have that are coming on to do these, we always ask that they give us like bonus content, free content, extras, all that stuff. So it will make a really big difference. So make sure that you register. Everything's free. We promise we're not going to spam you or do anything untoward. We just want to be able to send you some bonus content that we don't want to just publicly post anywhere. So, all right, so there's more questions coming in here, so I'm just going to scroll through these. Loving the latest version. Was rock solid for a live stream. Awesome. Yeah, if you're not on the latest version, the most recent update has a lot of really important fixes in it. So please go and check for updates. And if you're on the, if you're on the beta, I believe at this point the beta and the full version are the same, and they have all of those important updates in it. So please check that out. Yeah, Ecamm doesn't know how to give your camera soft focus. Absolutely true. This has been Doc's kick lately. There are things that Ecamm is not capable of doing, but is easy to blame for some reason. So yeah, think through the logical steps of what might be happening. I'm like this all the time. I'm like, my lighting is all weird. Like, why does my camera quality look awful? And then it's like, I could just move my light a little bit, and then or get a little closer, a little farther away. Yes. It does not work out for service. Yes, absolutely true. Hey, Val. Glad to hear that support has been incredible. I love it. Merch.ecamm.com. Yeah, I love it. All right. Any estimate about when Zoom will start having mercy on Ecamm virtual camera? We have been talking very closely we've been working really closely with the Zoom team. So huge shout out to Andy and his team over at Zoom. Have always been incredibly big supporters of Ecamm and super helpful at everything. We are still working on a Zoom integration. So we are still working on trying to make it a lot more seamless to do things between Ecamm and Zoom. A lot of the Zoom quote unquote quality issues really come from limitations from Zoom because of the size and scope of their membership, right? They have millions and millions of customers. So it's difficult for them to offer everyone the highest possible quality, but there are workarounds right now. They are aware that there are obviously a number of people that are using virtual cameras into Zoom. They're trying to make improvements there. And at the same time, we're trying to make improvements so that it's just easier to understand how to use both tools together a little bit more seamlessly. So, and actually, I will say as part of the Zoom workshop that Luria is doing. So if you haven't been keeping tabs on Luria, or that this is a name that's new to you, Luria works at Live Streaming Pros, livestreamingpros.com. And she's been a streamer for, since basically streaming began. She knows the ins and outs of all aspects of video. She's been doing a lot in the Zoom space and has been really working to try to help people get better quality out of their Zoom presentations and meetings and webinars. And she's got a Zoom, I'm going to mess up the name of it. I think it's called Zoom Club. So there's this notion of kind of like buying Zoom space together. So she has a club that both offers you for, I forget what the membership fee is, but it's a membership fee. You join, you get access to the highest quality Zoom and all of the high level Zoom features. And you also get, a lot of kind of support on how to use tools like Ecamm and Zoom together to be able to just make a lot of improvements there. So she's going to cover some of that during the Zoom workshop and show you some of the reasons why it might be helpful for, depending on your use case, to join a club like that, to be able to afford what otherwise by yourself would just be a completely insane cost for some of those features. So things like that I think are a good way to, again, kind of the community mindset on joining up with other people and getting to learn a bunch of stuff. But yeah, and Paul's dropped that in. But yes, ecamm.tv/Zoom workshop to be able to cover some of the basics of that would be great. I'm patient, yeah. And Victor hears Zoom and hides. It's not for everyone, but there are people that are doing really amazing things in Zoom. So tons of respect for that. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'll be able to answer this one, but I will give it a try. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. Can you guys display a demo on how to add a Cash App Zelle automated pop-up during my live stream? This is a really good question. So I actually don't know another way to do that. So the only two ways that I can think of are to do a QR code, which you mentioned at the end. So QR codes, there are tons of free and paid tools out there, including Canva, which we use pretty often, that you can put a link in, so a link to your Zelle or to your whatever your store is, and it will generate an image that you can put in the bottom corner of your stream or wherever you want on your stream in Ecamm, and then people can, while they're watching the stream, they can just hold their phone up to the screen and if they open the camera as if to take a photo, it will read that image and it will open up a link so that you can go over to a link. And it's pretty widely used, especially during the pandemic. They kind of made QR codes made a big comeback. They were on menus and all kinds of things so that people didn't have to physically touch anything. You could just hold your phone up and get access to links. So the other way that you might be able to do that, and I I don't think I can easily do a demo of this today because we'd need to like set up some accounts and things that I don't normally use, but there may be some widgets out there. So there are a number of what are called widgets, and those, create basically a connection between potentially an app like Zelle, which I haven't used myself, so I can't speak to the specifics of it, but an app like Zelle or something else, and be able to create kind of like a pop-up animation within your stream that might be able to somehow, give more information or send people back over. But to my knowledge, I don't think that would be a way that it would work. I think a widget typically would be used for like, if someone bought something from your store during the stream, maybe it will like populate up and say like, Paul just spent $50. Yay, Paul! whatever other information.
Yeah, and like Doc said on the QR code, it's a graphic that you would make and then bring it into Ecamm as an overlay.
An overlay, yes.
There's nothing in the YouTube, within the environment that would like actually create a pop-up that somebody could take their mouse and go over and click per se and, trigger an action.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna pop a QR code up in here because I think I have one in here. Let me just pull one up. Actually, I can show you this. Why not, right? Transparency. All right, so here, so we use a tool called bit.ly. This makes like short links, but one thing it also does at the same time is you can create a QR code. So here I have one we're going to Pat Flynn's card party in a couple weeks. So we have one where this link just redirects to our pricing page. So if I create a QR code, this is what a QR code looks like. I can change the colors or add my logo if I want to, but I don't really need to. So I could just literally take a screenshot of this, right? And then if I close that page down, let me just come back over here to the screen and then move everything out of the way. But I could just literally drag and drop it here into the corner. So if I was like, buy Ecamm this way, buy Ecamm, scan this here. So you can test that out, Chris, to be able to scan something like that, and then that'll just open up and take to the link. And as Doc said, you can take a screenshot and press on the QR code. There's a number of different ways to do it, but they're pretty widely used. Yep. And you can, again, there's tools that will help you, do these in like your custom brand colors or with your logo or all kind of funky things. But yay, my QR code worked. I'm glad to hear it. Now I can add this into like any of the materials that I'm doing. But I really think that this is like a very easy, recognizable way to add call to actions and links in to activate links into your live streams. There's really no other way to do it. Like we could put a link at the bottom of this, but you couldn't like click it or press it, or if you did, it would take you away from everything else that you're doing. So, if someone's watching your stream on their computer and has a phone in their hand, this works really well. So yeah, that's pretty.
And it's great now. In the olden days, a few years back, you had to have a special app on your phone to be able to read the QR code on this stuff. And now any camera that you just hold up, and, turn it into camera mode and point it will translate it into a link and you hit it and it takes you to the page.
Yeah. These questions are amazing. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Great. I have access to all major Zoom features and it still won't work well with sharing the camera from Ecamm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it should. So where we typically run into issues is the not the virtual camera, but sharing your screen. So for example, like if I was doing like an Ecamm demo and I wanted to do it one-on-one, and for whatever reason I wanted to do it in Zoom. So I was like, hey, Paul, I'm gonna teach you about how to use Ecamm. Come into my Zoom call. And then I came in with my Ecamm virtual camera and I was like, I'm gonna go into live demo mode so that you can see my Ecamm. That is what, like when you do that, it tends to, if you don't have the higher level account, the quality is just so bad that it just shows it all blurry, and people are like, wow, Ecamm is garbage. What's going on over there? And it's not. It's just because obviously it's not, but it's just because the Zoom, can remove my QR code, just because the way that Zoom's quality works is just if you don't have a high enough quality account. Have you emailed Zoom to ask? Usually if you say that you are using, you're using a virtual camera with it, or that, you're a content creator or a live streamer and you want to be able to use Zoom with Ecamm, they will give you at least up to 720. Right now it's like preposterously low. I think it's below even 500 pixels. I can't remember the exact total, but it was bad. It's bad for regular accounts without asking them. And I know it's annoying to do that extra step, but at least they're something that they're aware of. And I just think they haven't figured out a good way to do it with the size of membership that they have. So it's like if you ask for it, they'll give it to you, but they haven't figured out how to kind of, appropriately get it out to the people that need it. They'll get there, I think, but they haven't quite yet. Ooh, Amtrak.
That would be fun.
Amtrak would be really fun. Yeah. And Doc answered for me. Where did it go? Down here somewhere. Please add the translation. Okay, sorry. The answer, Felicia, is Haverhill or Haverhill, if you want to mispronounce it, or Exeter. Yeah, we can come and get you, or we can figure out. There's also, if you are flying in to Creator Camp, there are 2 airports that are within the same distance from Amesbury. So one is obviously Boston Logan Airport, and the other is Manchester Regional Airport. So if you're in the States and you're not flying internationally, you can fly into the regional airport. Both are about a 45-minute drive. And from the Boston airport, there is a bus shuttle as well that goes and brings you really close to Amesbury. So we can certainly arrange transportation from there over as well. I know, I'm like you, Felicia. I've always wanted to do like a cross-country train ride. I think though, like I want to travel on the train in like the early 1900s as a wealthy heiress. Like that's the vibe that I think that the train experience will be. And I feel like it's probably not actually that vibe, but that like is very like Orient Express in my mind, where I'm like, oh, it'll be fancy. We can have like high tea. And
They're fun. When I was a kid, my dad's mom, my grandma Duncan, lived in Indianapolis and we lived in St. Louis. And so she would come for a visit and she would ride the train.
Oh, cool.
And then occasionally I would go back with her. So, we'd take the train from St. Louis to Indianapolis, and then my uncle would pick us up. And I always loved the train trips. I didn't like spending time with that side of the family, but the train trip was fun.
All right, we should do a cross country Ecamm tour where we all just like get on. We'll take over a train. We'll just start at one point, and we'll go from our office all the way out to where Paul lives, and we'll just have people getting on at each stop for the train experience. The
Ecamm Express.
You can get a lift from the airport as well. So that's probably the easiest way to do it, or ride any kind of ride share. I love it. Yes. So Doc posted, thank you for the HD help. Yeah, there is literally just like an easy copy and paste request that you can drop in. Awesome. As usual, we've had way too much fun. We're here. We've did it. We're 2 minutes away from the top of the hour. I know, because Dragon's off to a workshop, so we've got to wrap up here. And my next stream, yet not my last stream of the day, if you're keeping track, I'm at 2 of 4 today. So my last work stream, Doc and I are going to be over on the Camo Classroom stream. So if you love Camo as much as we do and want to hang out and hang out in the chat, hang out more with us, have us in the background while you work, you can join us in about an hour, I believe. So 3 p.m. Eastern. We're just wrapping here at 2. Yeah, we're on with Eden. It's going to be a great time. I'm sure Doc will say lots of brilliant things and I'll laugh a lot. So if that's what you're into, feel free to come and join us. Ask all of your amazing questions. But yeah, keep all those questions coming. Keep being active in the community so that you win a mug. It's so shiny that you can't even like read the words. That's how shiny it is. A mug and coffee, gold coffee. Woo! Morning brew, gold coffee.
It's good coffee,
Val, too. The Camo link. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Da-da-da-da. You see, you should always prep all your links, says the woman.
And
who
totally
didn't
unrelated
prep all
to
of her
Ecamm,
links.
but if anybody ever watched the movie Moulin Rouge and wants to talk about it, there's going to be a discussion later on this evening on
there is 9
the
p.m.
VH8
9 p.m. Eastern.
VHS Club. Yes.
Yes, the VHS Club podcast, which I do with my best friend. We have our friend Mark on tonight, and we're talking all about Moulin Rouge, which I rewatched. I broke up into 2 nights because it's been kind of a busy week, but I watched part of it Monday night and then wrapped last night. It's so good. I just forgot how much I love musicals, and it was just awesome. So if you want to learn all about, and I learned a ton all about the Red Curtain trilogy. So it's part of the Red Curtain trilogy, and I was like, what is that? And I knew like a little bit, but not a lot. So I learned all kinds of fun facts. So if you want to geek out about Baz Luhrmann, the Red Curtain trilogy, Moulin Rouge specifically, how amazing Nicole Kidman is, or anything in between, come hang out 9 p.m. Eastern.
It was a fun
on
movie.
YouTube. It was a really fun one. We did it, Paul. Anything else? Any final thoughts?
I think I'm good. I can't think of anything. I'll probably think of something as soon as we end stream, but yeah, that's always the way it is.
It's always the way it is. Well, from Amesbury and from the other side of the country, Paul and I will see you in about a month. And if you have any questions, you can always find us on Discord, in the Facebook group, in the beta group, by email, everything in between, or in the chat in one of these shows. But thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Mini stream.
Many
Take care.
streams.
Bye.
Bye, Paul. Bye, everyone.